We are in business this morning. Okay, there is Instagram. Think I figured out how to get us live faster on Instagram, you guys. Okay, we're gonna get started with our. Oh, one moment. Close this door. Okay, thank you guys for joining me for day number 11 for inspirational meditation, for healing, restoration, and elevation. And we're going to jump right into it. We got 30 minutes. Going to start with the scripture, which is in St. Mark, chapter 11, verse 23 and 24. For verily I say unto you, that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, Be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shalt not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. So, believe, believe, believe. And that's what meditation plays a big part in. Okay, focus in those things that are good, those things that are of a good report, those things that are noble. We're thinking of things how we want them to be, creating mental pictures in our mind, calming the mind of any negativity. And if you can get to a point to where for at least 10 minutes, where you're just trying to really think of nothing and just basking in the moment of silence. Okay, and meditation yields so much benefit in every area of your life, because you're calming your physical side of yourself, the earthly side of yourself, so that your spirit man can become bigger, can illuminate more and receive more information. You become more peaceful, more calm. You'll get more information from God, more downloads from the universe. You'll just make wiser decisions. And we're going to go right into meditation. So you want to believe whatever it is. It's a time of healing, restoration, and elevation. And you have to first believe that you receive it. But you believe and I always say this, it takes courage to heal, to face any challenges you're having in your life, because when you heal in any area of your life, most of the time it's going to take separation, because you'll have people whispering in your ear to do this, whispering in your ear to do that, and you have to cut out all the chatter, because your inner man knows, your inner man or your higher self knows the answers. That's why it's good to quiet everything and go within and stop always going outside of yourself, because you are a temple in which the presence of God houses. Your body houses the presence of God. Your body is the temple. So this is where you quiet the mind and let the God in you grow stronger and bigger and illuminate, where you get a time for it to dominate everything else in your life. Okay? So we're going to get right into it, and we're going to raise our hands up to the sky to get more relaxed. Wiggle your fingers, bring your arms down, rest them upon your legs where your knees are, and become as relaxed as possible. Okay? And we are relaxing, closing the eyes. If you want to meditate with your eyes open, this is your time. You just want to get as calm as possible. If you're in a dark room, you can light a candle. I do have the lights on in here for video purposes, recording purposes. Okay, so we're becoming more and more relaxed, and I always say to help wean out the chatter is to focus on your breath. To me, that has always worked for me. That's why I always say breathe in deep through the nose, filling the lungs with air, and blow slowly out of the mouth. Okay? And when you focus on your breathing, that has always worked for me. You can even put one hand over your chest and one on your stomach and pay attention to the rise and fall of each of them. And focus on your breath. In through the nose, a deep breath. Slowly out through the mouth. And you should feel your stomach go in when you take that deep breath. Slowly out through the mouth. And it usually goes out with the deflation. Okay? Or exhalation, the exhaling. So you want to focus on your breathing. You don't have to take so much of a deep breath. It's up to you. But very seldom do we take our time to breathe properly, allowing oxygen to attach to our red blood cells to take oxygen throughout our entire body. This creates more relaxation. It creates more clarity. And it also calls for a healthier state of your body over a period of time. Okay, so that's what we're doing. You want to make this a part of your self-care procedures, a method of practice, your self-care practice, meditation, prayer. If you can get it in right after prayer, that's what I love to do, or just before prayer, whichever is your preference. We know that prayer is when we're communing with God and talking to God. And meditation is when we're receiving. Okay? So deep breath in through the nose. Slowly through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose. Slowly through the mouth. We're becoming more and more calm. More and more peaceful. More and more relaxed, and starting with our root chakra, which is located near the tailbone, represented by the beautiful color red and by the element earth. It's where we get our sense of groundedness and have a sense of a feeling of safety, security. This is where a lot of our survival energy comes from. So you think of this has to do with your aura and your spirit, because we know that we are spiritual beings having a earthly experience. So in the root chakra, the red, which is represented by the color red, you can imagine an illuminated red area. It's near the tailbone area. And just imagine that energy just rotating and circulating and clearing out. And moving that energy around any stagnated energies. Knowing that you are safe. And you are secure. Know that you are provided for. And know that everything is working out for your greatest and your highest good. Know that you are deeply loved. Know that you are valuable. That you are more than enough. And that there is an abundance in this world. There is no lack. That's what meditation does for you. It helps to bring your mental pictures and your thinking to bring it to a higher perspective. an elevated perspective. Okay? And if you really don't, things are not that way, that's what meditation is for. Speak those things that are not as though they are. And we are faith-based people. We walk by faith and not by sight. We keep our eyes set, our mind's eye set on how we wish for things to be. Okay? Even though we take care of situations in the reality that it is, still speak those things that are not as though they are. Okay? So know that you are safe, and know that your angels are encamped about you. You have so many angels surrounding you. If you are going to read this Bible and believe in God and your higher power, believe. Don't let anybody have you wavering in that belief. You know, there are so many things that come up against your faith, you know, and you have to keep believing. And we are also earthly beings, humans, so sometimes our faith can be wavering. And we have to always remember to pray, Father, help thou my unbelief. You know, Father, I believe. And help thou my unbelief. You know, this thing that I'm dealing with is really trying my faith. And help thou my unbelief. And keep speaking those things that are not as though they are. Keep believing. You know, keep your faith in what you believe. And we know that God is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. Prayer is a way of diligently seeking. Meditation is a way of diligently seeking, because the Spirit of God is housed in our earthly vessel. There's treasure in us. You know, so we go within our temple and have communion and oneness with our Creator, knowing that we are divine beings, that God would even consider spending divine time with us. See how greatly loved you are. That is one of the most precious facts that I've had to embrace, is just how loved and valued I am. Know that you are valuable to God. That's why I'm very particular. Anyways, I treat everyone how I want to be treated. But I'm very particular about how I deal with individuals, because you never know what a person really means to God. You can't go based on how a person looks and how you think of them, because some of us deal with karma in our lives because we dealt wrongly with somebody that is deeply loved and valued by God. And not knowing it, you know, you have to be careful when you're teaming up with others against other individuals. Be very careful, because you never know how valuable a person is to God. Okay, it's just like us about our children. We love our children, and by us being the children of God, He feels the same way. He says that it's better for someone to tie a yoke around their neck and jump over into the sea, basically, and kill themselves than to mess with one of the least one of His. So that's how valuable you are to God. Know how valuable and precious you are. So in that knowing that you are protected, you are provided for, you are loved, deeply loved, I say. Yes, so in that sacral, that root chakra area, Just know that red energy rotating, clearing out anything that no longer serves you. Imagine yourself as whole, love, and complete, lacking nothing, because you have a good shepherd. Deep breath in through the nose, slowly out through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose, slowly through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose, blow slowly out through the mouth. Move into the sacral chakra, which is represented by the beautiful color orange, a bright, beautiful orange color energy that's located just above or below the navel area. And this area is where we house our creative energy. It has a lot of emotional energy. Has to do with a lot with sexuality, creativity, and in this area, you just imagine the bright, beautiful orange color rotating, clearing out anything that no longer serves us. And remember, when you're in your spare time, do hip exercises so you can move out old, stagnant energies that have just been sitting there for a long time. So when you do exercises and start to exercise on a regular basis, don't be surprised when you become emotional for no reason. I know when I started yoga, the yoga has to do with a lot of stretching. And it wasn't because it was painful from the stretching, but you house a lot of emotions, especially in the lower chakras, in your root, sacral, and solar plexus chakra. It's where you house a lot of emotions. And it's good to stretch every morning. Do some stretches and stretch your body to move those old stagnant energies around. Clear out what no longer serves you. Okay? And know that in the sacral area, that beautiful orange energy, you're very creative. You're a very creative being, very powerful. There is treasure in your earthly vessel. You have gifts and talents, and some that you probably even don't even tap into yet. You're just a very divine individual, very divine, and knowing that the Spirit of God lives on the inside of you. You don't have to always go search outside of you. If you just calm the mind and sit in the stillness and just become one with your Creator. Let Him love on you and comfort you. And just bask in the presence. And let Him stir up that gift in you, knowing that you are a powerful, very creative being. And know that you can even be more creative on your job when you practice meditation on a regular basis. You slow down to let the spirit side of you become bigger, because the Spirit of God that dwells in you knows all, knows everything. If we just take the time to sit, listen, receive of the goodness, receive of the creative ideas, see the love, the massive love. God so loves us. God so loves you. You have to know that. And just imagine being embraced by the presence and the love of the Most High God, and stirring those energies in the lower chakras. Deep breath in through the nose, slowly out through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose, slowly out through the mouth. And in your sacred areas where you connect with individuals and connect with yourself. And that's why it's very good to have an emotional connection with someone that you're dating or gonna have sexual interactions with, because without that emotional connection, something that means something, it creates a lot of bad energy to be housed in your lower chakras. A lot of toxic, stagnated energies, and that can prevent you from being creative. So when you're healing, you want to be able to stretch in that area. Sometimes just stand up and move your hips around in a circular motion today, because there's nothing wrong with embracing your sexuality. Don't ever let anyone tell you that. But at the same token, we don't want to be promiscuous and spreading ourselves wide, right? Okay, so we're going to do everything in love. Yes. And take care of ourselves. And move into the solar plexus chakra, which is just below the diaphragm area in our stomach area. It's represented by the color yellow. Has to do with the element fire. Oh, okay, and the sacred chakra has to do with the element water. Okay, and then our solar plexus is where you mainly get that gut feeling when you know something is not right. So we have to learn more how to trust ourselves. Like if you walk into a room, something just not sitting right with the person, or the energy is not right. Learn to trust those feelings. Learn to trust you, because you're a spiritual being. And your spirit and your aura, it picks up on things. Sometimes long before you do intellectually, or before it actually manifests, you pick up on it spiritually. Okay, so in this area it has to do with I can, I will, I do. And know that you're a powerful being. And it has to do with your self-confidence, your self-awareness, and your self-care. So in this time, you sit and speak positive things to yourself and over yourself. Just imagine, just sit up and see how beautiful you are. See yourself as confident, beautiful. You're beautiful, smart, very loving individual, very powerful. You're powerfully creative. You have ideas in you that want to come out. Share it with the world, share with your family. Share with those that you've been put here to serve, because all of us are a light to someone. Someone is watching and being inspired by you. And make sure you let your light shine bright for the use of the kingdom and be used by God. We want to put good out into the universe, put good out into the world, so that good comes back. That's right, whatever you put out, it boomerangs right back to you. So make sure you're putting out positive energy, putting out all the good that you can, especially in your mind, wishing individuals well, praying for those that you can, sending them good energy, even through the wavelengths, the frequency of your mind. And the mind is very powerful. Breathe in slowly through the nose, filling the lungs with air. Slowly out through the mouth. Breathe in slowly through the nose, filling the lungs with air. Slowly through the mouth. And just know that you are cared for. You're loved. Imagine yourself just embracing yourself, even with your own arm, your spiritual arms in the spirit, just loving on you, filling yourself with love and positive energy this morning. Yes, you're very powerful, very beautiful, very smart, very confident. You know who you are, and you know whose you are. Yes, and moving to the heart center, the heart chakra, which is represented by the beautiful color green, just over where the actual heart organ is. Very beautiful green energy, and this represents has a sense of compassion and love. We have to let that energy just stir up, that green, beautiful energy, rotate around. Clear out anything that no longer serves us. Filling our heart with love. We know that our love is shed abroad in our heart. We are loving individuals, full of love, sending out all the love that we can into the universe. Now, being a loving person and wanting the best for others doesn't mean that you have to be a footstool and be used. Set boundaries for yourself. That's also a way to self-care and self-love for yourself. But at the same token, be a loving individual, a caring and compassionate individual. But never to the point that you allow others to step on you and misuse you. Okay, take care of yourself. Always exercising self-care and self-love, and knowing that you are valuable. You yourself are loved. That's why you can send out loving and compassionate, caring energy into the universe. Confident, loving, very creative. Yes. Knowing that you're safe and provided for, and you deserve the best that life has to offer. You are enough. You're more than enough. Know that you deserve the best. See yourself with the best. Living in the best places, driving the best cars. Even if it hasn't manifested, just visualize it. Being with the best mate, the loving mate. Even if you're already with one, imagine that relationship being even more loving and more beautiful. That you all are living a good life. Taking at least one dream vacation a year. Going and shopping in nice stores. You deserve the best. Know that you do. And it's not wrong to imagine that, to think that, to feel that, and to know that. And we're going to move to throat chakra, which is in the throat area, and it's located, represented by a beautiful color, blue. And in this area, it has to do with us speaking our truth, living our truth. And that's especially if you're old at no age. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. You know, and being truthful doesn't really mean you have to be disrespectful. But you can lovingly and compassionately speak your truth, and sometimes you may downright have to be straightforward when speaking your truth, because being straightforward doesn't mean disrespectful. You get the picture. You know how somebody, you would want them to speak with you, but sometimes to get your point across, you have to be direct. Speak your truth. Live your truth, whatever that is for you. You live your truth, you and your relationship with your God, wherever you are on your journey and your path. Live it truthfully and unapologetically. Be you. And I hope that as long as it doesn't bring harm to anyone else, live your truth. Live your truth. And we will go to the third eye chakra and the crown chakra tomorrow. The third eye chakra is just right in the center of the forehead, and it's represented by like a dark, an indigo color, like a dark blue, and the crown chakra is actually a purple, and that's at the top of your head, and that's where you get up to your higher self, your spiritual self. And that's why I say at that point, when you're in meditation, even when you get there, it has to do, we'll cover those tomorrow. But take a deep breath in through the nose, slowly out through the mouth. And we're going to take deep breath in, raising our hands up to the sky, slowly out through the mouth. Breathe in all the good that you desire, and breathe out what no longer serves you. Breathe in all the good that you desire, and breathe out what no longer serves you. And we're going to bring this meditation to a close. Know that you are blessed, you are safe, you are loved. Know that your day is already blessed. You prepare for it. You're peaceful, you're calm, and you're going to go out and conquer your day. And know that you're already going to conquer your day. You're a winner. Say, all I do is win, no matter what. I wake up with the word of God on my mind, and I can never get enough. And every time I wake up in the morning, both of my hands, they go up. If you can't see them naturally, they're up in the spirit. Amen. So you guys, thankful for this day of meditation, day number 11. And we know that meditation is benefiting us and prospering us, and it's going to cause us to live a more elevated living today. So thank you, and I see you for day number 12 tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. Be blessed. Love you guys. Bye now.